soul for your caustic inspiration. My methods may mean nothing to you as you question my dedication. But to wear my life upon my sleeve is a source of my salvation. I'm still a deep ability, it's building up inside of me, and bridges like a fire as I burn. I've given myself to all you, no matter what you're here doing, I'm expecting nothing in return. Especially on birthday, you can choose to love or hate me better from the door, I'm just up to the sky. You imagine it is me, how you pick me up and tell me that no matter what, I'll always be the ground. I'm exposed, I don't know why. So much the ends of me settled into my eye. Bare my soul, transparent light. So much the ends of me steps into my side. I just wanna say these words to those who give respect. Let's lose our minds, tear down the walls, and break some fucking down. I'm by the fight every day, I wanna feel this away, but still I'm jealous for my share of blood. This little gets a little later, someone's all harder, but I'm not the only one. Feeling to reach into me, the wind is blown away, the secret of the men, never been a sun. We live to die, all the one thing on each other, carry on my mental, been wait till the day I die.
What is going on, everybody? Happy Monday. Welcome to Unboxed Thoughts, Season 3, Episode 18, with your boy, Nick Parsons. Happy Monday, everybody. How we all doing tonight? Everybody good? Everybody been safe? We all hanging in there? Are we all doing the Bon Jovi thing, living on a prayer? You know, the old Aerosmith thing, living on the edge? We got to do that every now and then. We got to live on the edge. You know. But guys, I gotta tell you, I am happy as a pig in shit today. I'm happy as a pig in shit today because guess what? I finally did something. Yep, I finally did something. I finally went out and dug deep into like the first season to these people that I wanted on my show. And I only have two of them. I have one of them here today. This is going to be a really good show. I've been looking forward to. Man, I'm excited for this. All right. His name is unknown. We're gonna bring him in here in a little bit, but I just gotta say, like, it's like it's almost like meeting your like childhood idol type deal. You know what I mean? Or like you finally go to a fucking Comic Con and then you run into this really cool dude who looks good in the bat suit. You know what I mean? Type shit. It's an excitement that I really can't explain in words. I really can't. So without further ado, okay, I'm gonna bring him on in here. But before I do that, um, not that it should be a problem, but I'm gonna ask everybody, please welcome him in. Make him feel comfortable. All right, just keep the chat going, and just listen. All right, I'm excited. Without further ado, unknown guys.
Hey, everybody.
Unknown, what is up, my guy? Welcome to Unboxed Thoughts.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Dude, I know you can hear everything going on in the background. So I was just basically telling the chat, like, I'm happy. I've been waiting. This is episode 18, my guy, of season 3. Episode 18 of season 3. And I think it was like mid-season 1. I've been wanting you to come on here. So this is huge for me, dude. This is really huge. I'm looking forward to the conversation today. I want to thank you also for being here. I just want you to feel comfortable. We'll glide on in it, and we'll just have fun, you know. But before we get into anything crazy, is Mr. Riot Rodriguez in the chat? That's all I need to know. If he's not, we have something very special I want to play for you. It is a video that that we had thought of, and when I say me, it was like a group effort. I wanted to do something really special for you. I had a bunch of help, as you may know. digging up files, so I want to thank the little private investigator for me that's in the
Hmm.
chat. I think there's actually a couple of them, for digging out some of these things for us. So I hope you're not going to be too embarrassed. but
Should be
um
good.
but yeah, I want to play this for you. I hope this goes smoothly, cuz ready for this? I actually had to do this and upload it last minute.
Oh, really?
Oh
Last
yeah, so
minute.
this is gonna be really interesting, but I'm ready for it.
Hey, hopefully it plays smooth.
All right, man. All right, and I hope the chat enjoys this as well. This is a nice little promo video we put together for Unknown here. So enjoy it, and if you don't like it, too fucking bad. We like it.
Baby, I've been flying. No, yeah. Mama, baby, ain't no denying.
Oh,
That was amazing. Absolutely phenomenal, dude.
that's
Very
awesome,
cool.
right? All credits go to Millie and Rodriguez for all their help. Obviously, Millie helping digging out the pictures. Riot with his fucking amazing edits that he does. Really doesn't get any better. And
Hats off to that.
anybody else who knew about this little shindig, bro, I had that done for a while now. We've
I
had
think
that done for a while now.
I seen a rough edit of that.
Yeah,
That was nothing
and
like that. Was pretty cool.
yeah, so I'm glad you enjoy it. And once again, just thank you guys for everybody who was involved in that. It means a lot to me as well. So yeah, welcome in everybody. Cassie, welcome in. Brittany, hey, good to see you. Glenn, good to see you. Thank you everybody for being here today. So, man, introduce yourself. I introduce you as Unknown. Tell me in the chat a little bit about yourself.
Well, my real name, my government name is Jesse,
Your slave
and I
name.
work as a yeah, I work as an electrician. Um, Work way too much. That's why I haven't been able to come on the show uh, prior to now. Just
Yeah.
every day it's been way too busy to start at like 4 o'clock. We'd be working till like 7 a day if I was working. So
Yeah.
um, yeah, but pretty much other than that, we play some retro games on TikTok, and before that, we did on Discord. I do a lot of retro software, computer stuff. Um, been at it since I was like 7 years old, so been doing retro stuff since I was 7 years old. So that's going way back.
Going way back like four flats on a Cadillac.
Yeah, like maybe
Hey,
an
Miss
Atari
Tonelli, whenever
1800,
you're ready.
somewhere in there.
And look at that guy. We already got some fans in there. Nah, he's forever unknown to me. And that's exactly what he is. You'll always be unknown to us. Your name's irrelevant, guy. But but dude, I honestly gotta say, I talk about how it means a lot to me to actually have you here finally. All right. And you know, I don't have many guests on this show. Unknown. I don't. When I come on here, I usually just like to come on here, basically, give my own little thoughts and advice on my own little personal experiences, maybe certain topics going on in the world, et cetera, et cetera. The very few guests that I have on here, there's something that really sparked that interest in me into wanting to get to know that person on on a little more, personal level, or just get to know them a little bit more in general, right? And when I think of you, right, it was a particular TikTok live that I was in, that I was doing. And I guess you had just got done watching an episode of Unboxed Thoughts right before then, which is a rare occasion, I want to say, at that, because at that point in time, I would never air an Unboxed Thoughts episode and then go live on TikTok. I just ended up happening to do it that day for a mutual friend of ours, Raska, who was live that night. So in the midst of that, and I go live, I remember you coming into my chat, and you turned right around to me and you said that, you know, there was situations, that I had said, with events with my father, and then there were events with my children that I was talking about, that really like caught your eye and caught your ear that particular day. Um,
Fuck yeah, I can relate to all that in a big
and
way.
it means a lot to me because when I first started Unboxed Thoughts, you know what I mean? It was like I wasn't really sure if I was getting through to anybody. You know what I mean? I was just in the beginning of my first season. You know what I mean? A lot of it, I was arguing with myself a little bit, and just thinking like, am I really just like pissing and moaning? You know what I mean? Or am I just, bitching and complaining, whatever the case is. You know what I mean? So to have somebody like you know, come in, because I always knew you from a distant standpoint. You know what I mean? We would just see each other in, like regular chats. That's all
Mhm.
it was. We would see each other in numerous different chats. And so for you to come in and say that to me, that, something that I said, you can relate to, as you just said, that means a lot. And then, but this is where my brain goes because it's just like, wow, we're like, all right, he can relate to it, right? What is it exactly that like he can relate to? And we've been able to form like that bond and actually get to speak on a more personal level, off camera, on the phone, etc., and really get to know each other. Like, and I gotta say, like, you're probably one of the most fascinating people I've ever had the pleasure of meeting. Like, you
I
really are.
appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean that. I want you
Yeah,
to know.
so one, our kids are like about the same amount of distance away from us
Yep.
at all times basically.
Hey, you
We
said
see
that.
them
Yep.
we see them about as much. Um, what else? Was the same sort of communication issues are there with like the iPads not being charged, all that stuff. It was like hearing a mirror image of what's going on in my life.
Yep.
So
So, as far as that goes, like, we talk about kids. Like, how many do you have?
I too.
Yeah, you have two,
Mm.
and
And there's stepchildren, of course, too with those two, but two of them are of my doing.
yeah, I would put Miles, my oldest, as the exact same thing, because he's not mine biologically, but I have raised him since he was 2.5, and he just turned he just turned 15, so
For
I
some
can
of us,
definitely
that's definitely just as important as whether they're biological or not. You were there pretty much from when he was born, right?
mhm.
Or at least when he started remembering stuff.
Yeah.
So
So
that's the same with me.
yeah. So I wanna ask you, hey Ma, welcome in. I wanna ask you, because we got like an hour and a half, right? So I wanna go, hey Marissa, welcome in. Um, so we talk about the distance apart between our kids, right? What would you say is probably like one of the hardest things to deal with that distance?
Gas money or flight money when it comes time to visit or them to come visit. Um, my youngest doesn't like to fly, won't fly. So
Yeah.
I end up having to rent a car, drive down there and pick her up, and maybe mom will come get her if I'm lucky.
Yeah.
And it's a long way, you're driving for like 10 hours straight in one direction, turn around, come back. It's exhausting, but we do that. We do what we got to do.
Yeah. And what is the distance again between you and your kids?
Mine are like 750 miles away.
Yeah. Hold on one second. All right, we're fine. Um, so it's crazy that you say that because when we first started my visitations, with the distance in between, um, she would drive them up, and then I would fly them all back. You know, that's how we were working on that. But like with me, it's very hard for me to like keep like I can go 4, 5, 6. I can go 2 weeks straight talking to my kids, but then all of a sudden I'll have that long run where it's like I don't hear from them because the tablet's not charged and they have three now.
Hmm.
And then I constantly got to hear, well, you could have called my phone. It's like, I don't want to call your phone. I got them their tablets. That's what the tablets are for. you know, like, that's probably one of the hardest things to deal with. And not only that, and correct me if I'm wrong, tell me, I want to hear your feelings on this. It almost feels like a, it almost feels like a jail conversation with your children. It
Yeah,
really does. To not only just like talk to them over the phone, but even like the FaceTime shit. Dealing with the fucking FaceTime shit, man. Like, I like it. I love it. It's convenient, but it's like, what the fuck? This sucks.
yeah, it's tough. Like I think 2 years ago, 3 years ago, we used to call every day. I used to call on my lunch break. It's been like an hour every day, and then
Yeah.
like more recently when they come to visit, when they go home, it's like this really not an interest to call for a while. So and it slows down. That's kind of hard. But
Yeah. Yeah. And then, so do you like have like, because for me, already, the chat already knows, um, with me, I've come to the point already where it's to like, I can't deal with it no more. Like, I feel like I already made a big mistake, you know what I mean, the day I left. You know what I mean? Like the day that I left them, I had options. I had an option. I just didn't take it because of, excuse me, it was staying with my aunt who lived down there
bless
in
you.
the next town. Yeah, thank you. It was staying with my aunt who lived in the next town over. But like she had, not only just my cousins still living with her, but like, my cousins' kids as well. Like it was packed. You know what I mean? And like, I know there's alcohol that goes around the house and I'm not, I don't drink. And I don't want to be around it consistently either. So, I made that decision to leave, but it's like to go all this time and not have that connection with them like I know I once did, or like I'm losing out on. Like, do you ever feel like you're at that point where it's like I'm done with the 700-mile stuff? You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like I'm fed up with it.
that comes up quite often. Actually, I consider like options all the time of what could be different, but it's sort of stuck the way it is because that's just like there's responsibilities here and can't just like drop everything and desert everything. You wouldn't. And I made myself a promise too, and that was never ever to work outside in Las Vegas ever again
Why is that?
because it is hot. In summertime, it's
It
it's
gets
difficult,
fucking
man.
hot.
It gets so hot, you just want to. It's grueling. It's just like you're a zombie when you go home. Oh,
Man,
and you can't drink enough liquids. Like you go to you go to the store, you look at all the stuff, everything tastes dry. Only thing you can drink is water. It sucks.
Well, yeah, but hey, guys, I was telling him even right before the show starts. You get these little fucking pure kicks, my guy. All right,
Yeah.
the water's
Well,
too much
is
for
this
you.
a is this a sponsor up here?
Yeah, my guy. You know what I mean? Fucking, you're tired of the water. You need a little bit of flavor. Go pick up some pure kicks, my guy. They got the energy. They got the hydrates.
Uh,
Dude, they got fucking water packets for any kind, for any situation, my guy. You
yeah, I
know.
couldn't even
Um,
drink tea over there because it was just too everything tasted too dry.
but yeah. So I'm not even done roasting you on that, man. I'd like be on like a hot day. You know what I mean? With and that was another thing that we ended up coming in common because I was with East Coast Fire, I think at the time when we first crossed paths. You know, I was a I'm a licensed fire inspector and I got my certification for him as well as far and fire safety equipment installs. And that was another thing like we had in common because you were doing you do electrical work.
Mhm.
So like I remember we would talk about, different panels and all this other good shit. You know what I mean? That would come up. That was one of the things that's, sparked, me and your first conversation. And but yeah, so Loki Gonzalez, welcome in. Good to see you. Jesse Saylor, thank you for coming in. Um
Oh,
do you guys
we got a boat over here on the heat. Yeah.
oh
So you guys, next time I go somewhere extreme, it's gonna be Alaska, not Vegas. I
hey,
would sooner live in the cold than somewhere hot ever again.
so try it being like 110 out, all right? And it's the middle of the day, the heat's at its peak, and then you still gotta climb up on a fucking stove
Yeah.
with the pilot still on. Freaking the little flame freaking burning at the rubber heel of your goddamn boot. You know, what I mean? You can feel the heat coming right
Mm.
through. Just like,
For
this
me, it
fucking
was
sucks.
at the end of the day, it's like it's time to go, or even better, they close the job site down at 118 degrees. And
Yeah,
all that means is you're going to walk to your car in 118-degree weather, jump in your 220-degree car, and sit there while they check everybody's car as you're leaving for like 30 minutes. You're going to sit in this hot fucking car and move 1 inch every few minutes.
yeah.
Ah,
I might have some people in the chat that fucking hate me for this, but I got to be with Jesse Sala in the chat. I love the heat. Please throw the heat at me. I winter used to be my favorite at one point in time. I think I shared this story with you before. I moved to Florida for the very first time. I was there only like 3 years. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't think that's that long. I don't even, it wasn't even a full 3 years. I came back, the winter weren't the same no more. I'd be like fucking bundled up, bro. You know what I mean? I'm a little bitch in the winter. All right, all right. Millie's gonna appreciate that one. All right, I'll fucking tell you now. I'm a little bitch in the winter. I gotta keep moving. Gotta
so
keep
there
moving.
was one day this year that we got to the job site early. It's freaking cold. We had this little pipe heater to bend like PVC pipe. We
Yeah,
plugged that thing in, opened it up, just sitting there like, you know, trying to stay warm by it for like 2 hours. Just sat there, did nothing. So
uh,
yeah, I
so
struggle with both, but
I also want to share a little story with everybody in the chat real quick. So Jesse over here just basically he put a brand new stove in his home. Okay, did you not, Jesse?
I did.
You got a new stove. Okay, so so with my background of um, doing fire installs with hoods and kitchens, suppression systems, etc. Okay, I know a lot about piping. Okay, and piping placement. Jesse comes into chat the other day and he hits me up and he's like, "Hey," he says, "cut the stove in." I was like, "Cool, bro. Like, what's going on?" He goes, "Hey," he goes, "take a look at this picture." He then proceeds to send me the picture and you see the pipe coming out of the wall. This picture. Dude, I have a Bobby Boucher moment looking at that fucking thing like, that's the water that you serve to your players? The fuck?
Oh,
So I'm looking at this freaking picture, guys, and I'm like, can't you like, well, first what got my, I wasn't even looking at the electrical socket for, I didn't know it until I noticed the gas valve. When I noticed the gas valve, then obviously the fucking the socket's right there. And I'm like, can't you just like tee that off, my guy? You know,
give
fucking
it
put
a
it.
little bit more.
He's like, yo, he's like, that's the fucking, he's like, that's just how it is. I'm like,
Hmm. Yeah, so I try to push it away from the socket, and it glows. It like wants to go closer to the wall, so that's just where it has to live.
bro, that is one of the most haunting things that I've seen in recent times.
Well,
Like,
luckily the
dude,
stove hides that well.
like, you know how fucking Raskow would be like when people are like, oh, do something scary. You see him walk into the bathroom and fucking turn the toilet paper around. That's just as scary.
If Raskow sees that, he'd be like, "Ah!"
That's just as scary.
It'll be
But
fine, I promise.
it'll be good. He knows what he's doing. It's a good thing there's an electrical socket over there. He knows a lot about electrical sockets. While I'm over here just looking at the fucking gas side of things, he's looking at the electrical side of things. Ah, it's
More
fucking
that
fine.
socket's got a nice connection. That'll never be an issue.
Dude, you'd remind me of something like that. It's almost like the Portuguese people around here. You know what I mean? Like, bro, we'll just fucking slap some duct tape on it. It's fine. But having said that, guys, we do have to go to commercial break. I really, enjoy seeing everybody here. I'm glad everybody's here. Um, but we will be right back after these messages.
Get the water
And
enhancer ready.
get your water enhancers ready, all that good stuff. But yeah, we'll be right back, guys. Welcome back, everybody, to Unboxed Thoughts Season 3, Episode 18. I'm your boy, Nick Parsons. How's everybody feeling here tonight? Is everybody enjoying the show so far? We all good? We all took our little piss breaks, took our shit breaks. You decide to get a quickie within that 6 minutes that we were away. Good for you. People probably for a little longer, but things happen. Things happen. Um, I'm really excited everybody's here tonight. As you know, I do have a special guest here tonight. I'm going to bring him back out here in a second. I do want to let everybody know real quick because it just dawned on me. I was just ready to get the show going, so I forgot. We are not live on TikTok today, guys. Um, I am running everything tonight by myself, so I am not only putting this show on for you guys, but Blaze Man is sick. His back's not doing too well. I know he is here in the chat as well as Miss Tammy, who is the real owner of the network. Blaze gives himself all the credit, but it's Miss Tammy. But yep, Blaze's back's hurting, so I needed to put this show on today. I was very excited. I seen an opportunity, so I'm doing it all by myself. So I want to thank everybody for your cooperation, your participation, and all that other good stuff. So without further ado, I'm going to bring my guest back out. Everybody, without further ado, Unknown.
All right.
What is up, man? Good to see
What's
you.
up?
Good to see you. How you doing so far? You doing good? You hanging
Yeah,
in
I'm
there?
doing good. Yeah.
Good, good. Um, Jesse, I got to tell you, man. I don't know if you can see on your end. I think you can. We got a nice number of people coming in here today.
Yes, it's
We got a nice large crowd. I couldn't be more thankful. Thank you everybody for not only just joining this episode, but keeping the chat going. You guys are also communicating with each other. Um, I really appreciate all the respect that you guys are giving my guest here today. Um, that is another thing that why I don't have a lot of guests on. Sometimes, excuse me. Well, Jesse. Sometimes in this chat, if you're an outsider, they'll let you know. So I get a little worried about it. But I knew coming in today wasn't going to be no fucking issue. And I also want to thank you too for also giving me this time to have you on here and have this chat with me. So thank you once again.
my pleasure.
Good.
Appreciate the opportunity to be here.
Yeah, no problem. So I just want to ask you one question real quick, and you know, you know what I'm talking about when I say this. Um, you got your mic volume turned all the way up, right?
Oh yeah.
All right, all right, all right. So
Yep.
yeah, I just
It
want to
just
make sure.
has to be kind of like far away. Unfortunately, I don't got the special purple mic like you today.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and that is another thing. Um, Unknown also picked out the color of this mic here today. Him, him and Millie in the
Hold it
chat
together.
pulled it off together. So kudos to the both of them. I hope everybody likes it. We actually named this VK because I have not used this particular color since I did the episode with VK. So kudos to you guys, for even bringing it back out. I actually like it and it looks good on screen. So not bad
Sure
color
does.
choice. Yeah. Yeah. So
So where the hell were we with this whole conversation? Where were we at?
yeah, I want to pick up on this. So we talk about the distance between our kids and stuff like that, and as I told you, if I got like a question wind up or something like that, and I feel like it's going to take us past the break, I'll just bring us to the break real quick. But my question to you is well, first of all, it's two-part question. What is one thing that you feel is within your power that you could change right now in that aspect of your like the if you were able to limit that distance between you and your children or have like that more extra time with them.
Yeah, that's the hard part because that's all done through the court. So it's a matter of doing a lot of different tasks. You gotta go get forms. You have to fill out forms. You have to go before a judge. Uh, all this stuff just to possibly get you know a better ratio of time or whatever. Um, and that's really difficult when you have someone that's out of state because it's not like the courts here. It's different, and everything has to be done over the telephone, and it's just very alienating.
Hmm. But like even without not being able to see them, you're a lot like me though. You have a lot of that like on the phone time with them. Do you not?
Yeah, and it's pretty much the only way is the phone. My oldest won't do the iPad thing with the video chat. She just don't not interested in it. She'll only talk on the phone. The younger one will definitely video chat though. But
That's
it's just
miles, bro.
keeping her on the phone is an issue.
Yeah, that's Miles, my oldest dude. He doesn't like to be on the fucking video chat with me. You know, he'll if the video chat is on, he has it fucking facing down. I'm like, hey yo, what am I? You know what? I am. I was gonna say talking to the wall, but the ceiling's the same thing.
Hmm.
You
Watching the
know?
ceiling fan, you know.
Yeah, and he's just over there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then you hear the fucking remote controls just yeah in the background, and he's just sitting there like, hey, I'm talking to you. You know? What the fuck? But Abigail says that's because it's weird to look at yourself. I get that.
Luckily, I'm in a very tiny window here, so I don't really see myself.
Yeah. So if setting goals wise, right? What is one thing from right now, this conversation going forward? What would be one goal of yours that you would like to accomplish within like let's say within like a year span?
Hmm.
Something that's in your control. Keep that in mind.
That's
So,
that's conflicting because I'd love to go like just move down there and find a job again working in like a refrigeration plant or something where I don't have to be in the heat. Um, but there's responsibilities left here, and there's other plans too. Like I just don't want to drop everything and move to the worst fucking place in the United States. But
New York?
no, no, much hotter. It's like New York, but it's like an oven got turned on and no one ever turned it off.
Oh, is that is Nevada?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so hot there that when you leave the city, when you leave that brick oven and you go to the desert and the temperature drops just 10 degrees, you're just like, what the hell? Turn the heater back on. What the hell happened? And it's like warm. It's not even that cold.
So I couldn't help but notice that when you said that, like, you know, there's stuff to be done there. Talk to me a little bit about that. Like, what do you feel it still needs to be done there that's holding? Because I'm gonna when you're done explaining, I'm gonna rebuttal. You know, come back with some shit on that. So just explain to me a little bit. What's holding you back?
Well, there's work. There's like gotta keep myself employed and gotta keep the medical on for the kids. That's like part of my court ordered responsibility, right?
Right. Yep.
And then there's other people involved. There's friends here. There's family that lives out of state, but still opposite direction from where I'd be going to.
Mhm.
So there's a lot of things to consider. Like it can't just it'd be very difficult to drop everything and leave your entire life behind. And I mean, I hate to say it, but it's very difficult for me to imagine myself like living in that state again.
Hmm. Well, first off, let me ask you, like, other than the um, like the courts go, right? Is Nevada and the only option on the table for you?
Yeah, because they have two different mothers, so it's two different households.
Hmm.
So to get them both to move somewhere, it would be nearly like impossible.
I get,
There,
I get
there's
what I get what you're
there's
saying
no
there.
cooperation, so like it just wouldn't. I don't think it would work.
But Nevada is definitely like could be a definite landing spot, if anywhere, whether if you didn't want to go or not, other than California.
Mm, I mean, I'm not tied to California too much, but
Yeah.
it would be a big ordeal to just get up and move
Well,
on.
I'm gonna just say, right, the reason why I ask is because, well, number one, I'm interested because I'm kind of dealing with the same thing right now. You know, we we talked earlier that me and you have had numerous different conversations, what I mean, off social media and stuff like that. So we've gotten to know each other, very well. And when I think about this particular situation, right? I'm getting ready to make my way and move down to Florida to be with my kids, right? We talk about that. But it's crazy that you say that because like and I know she's in the chat, right? And I know what her response is going to be, but like for me to go down there, it's just like before. You know what I mean? Like I really didn't have no ties down there. I really didn't know nobody down there. You know what I mean? So like knowing I don't know what your situation particularly was, you know what I mean? But in my situation, I knew damn well um, what could have happened and what did happen with making that decision, moving down there with my kids and my kids' mother. Having said that, here I am, 4 years later, right? And what am I getting ready to do? I'm at my wits' end with it. I'm getting ready to go back down, almost same scenario. The only thing now is that I'll be by myself. I'll have my own place, whereas it's terms on my grounds. But here's the thing: it's a very hard decision to make, knowing that like I'm gonna be leaving my parents up here, and my brother Austin and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like these are people that have helped me out through so much. You know what I mean? And I feel like that you know it's within my duty from going back to things that I have done wrong, you know what I mean? And to, the present, you know what I mean? They're not getting any older. You know what I mean? Both of them just had two separate surgeries, the both of them, you know what I mean, within a month span. You know what I mean? And it's like, I know, they'll get back, they'll get things going. I get it, I know. But the fact of the matter is me being like the older child and not only just wanting to give back to help them out for things that they've helped me out with, but you know what I mean? Like those are my parents. You know what I mean? Like I want to be there to help them out in any way that I possibly can. So with all that, it's a hard decision to just want to up and leave because I get worried. I get scared. I think about the what ifs and what coulds. You know what I mean? The second I walk out that door and there's no round ticket flight in this trip. you know and it's
Mhm.
1,300 miles away. And I don't want to you know um, get too far into that because it's that's another story for another time. But it's like I know my sister's here and stuff, but it's like long story short, in the long run, I'd want to be the one here. For my own personal reasons, forget everything else. So it's going to be scary, and that's where I can also come in and thank people like you. I can thank people like actually, you know what? I think pretty much everybody here in the fucking chat. I mean, I've talked to you all in at least a group setting or I mean individually or something like that. I mean, like you guys helped me get through a lot of like different shit, man, and this is just one of them. You know, this is just one of them, and I think that comes into a little bit to play today. Just to show my appreciation towards you. You know, so I appreciate every time you've gone on the phone and been able to talk to me. Give me some words of wisdom. Hey, Riot is here.
All right. Hats off to Riot for the edit.
Riot Rodriguez is in the goddamn building. What is up, brother? Good to see you. You fall
Let me
asleep?
just touch on that though, because you mentioned your mom, your
Yeah,
parents. Uh,
yeah.
like I definitely would have worries for my mom too. She's by herself. She doesn't have anybody. Um, but at the same time, like the kids also, I worry for them and just being so distant and not knowing what's going on in their lives, or if someone's troubling them, or if they're feeling down and they need someone to be there. And so that's a hard call. They're all
And
family.
yeah. And once again, I'm not sure about your particular situation, but touching on what you just said, you're completely accurate. Thinking about the children, like what they're doing and stuff. Um, I personally like, and I tip my hat to my kid's mother. Okay, I'll just say that, man. Just because like I can say this, that, the other thing about her at the end of the day, but she works hard, and I get her situation right now, and she's trying hard. Having said that, I cannot tell you how many times I've gotten those phone calls, FaceTimes, 1, 2 in the morning. You know what I mean? And then it's just like, hey, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Why are you up? Or like, why are you even there? Like, why are you even cooking food at that time? Or the stories that I would hear, about like, oh, we were at the beach and then one of us were like basically drowning, and thank God somebody on a freaking a boat was coming across the way and was able to pull us the hell out, because Humpty Dumpty was over there and he was fucking drowning. I'm like, when did this all happen?
Mhm.
Like, oh, down in Florida, and I'm just like, I'm just hearing about this now. So yes, bro, what I mean. I worry about them bad. And not being able to be there or even have that type of involvement in their life. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like it's troublesome, you know? And and also having said that, like I gotta honestly let you know, like I admire you a lot as a father because the situation that I'm stuck in, I see you in your similar situation. You know what I mean? It's like I feel like a lot of dads like us don't really get like that much fucking credit. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
even for the situation that we're in, we still make the fucking best of it, and there's no denying it.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And you know, I know there's people out there that we probably both know. You know what I mean? Who are probably taking on the freaking the dad role too without even asking for anything in return and whatnot, and he's not getting credit for it. You know what I mean?
that's
Like
true.
we're a rare breed.
I mean, if nothing else, I'm making sure that they're provided for. in any circumstance, like not just current but future.
Yep.
So
Yep.
it's a lot to consider, like because leaving the current situation could change all of that.
Yep.
So it's like shaky ground, I guess.
Um, let me ask you something. Are you afraid of change?
Yeah, I'm very set in my ways. Yep.
Yeah, me too. And you know, you're a full grown man. You know what I mean? You know, decisions you need to make and not what to make, right? But I always like to leave this with everybody. No matter if you're younger than me, older than me, I've put myself in situations. I can't say necessarily all of them was just bad luck and it fell on my lap. I put myself in certain situations that I had to either, dig myself the fuck out of, these things that I should have known better and stuff like that, you know. But the window of opportunity is wide open for somebody like you. And don't ever think for 1 second that just because change is coming or don't be afraid of it. Because I had to notice a big change when I was getting out of jail. And this is just from my experience along with a couple other things. I thought I was coming home to, my kid's mother and my kids. I heard it all week from all the other inmates. They were all excited. And that also got me excited as well. And I came home to nothing. Talk about change. I didn't want to do anything anymore. And thank God for like my mom, my buddy Brennan who picked me up, he taught me everything there is to know about DJing. You know what I mean? Like he knew I was already musically influenced because of, my musical background that I have. And he was, you know, don't be afraid of change, Jesse, because though it's going to be awkward, it's going to feel different. It's going to feel different because it is different. But welcome change because somewhere down the road, if you were to turn it down, you never know what good or bad that it could bring. And for somebody like you, I find it very difficult to say that it would be anything negative. No,
Yeah, it's
I don't.
just whenever I'm faced with this split decision where you can go this way, you can go that way, I gotta think about every possible fucking scenario this way and everyone in that direction as well, and weigh it out and see, because any big change like moving out of state is gonna be huge. That changes your entire life. It'll never be what it was if you had stayed. But
But let me ask you something.
like,
All right.
well, let me finish.
Yeah.
So for me, whatever decision I make, you just have to be that change. Otherwise, it probably won't turn out the way you want, and it may not anyways. That's the like IPA said. That's the risk.
What? Life is all about taking a risk. But I'm not that sure, I'm not a mind reader, nor am I the brightest bulb in the bunch, but I really want to say that IPA's on with me on that one. All right? Life's a risk. And me, I'm I get tired, like I get scared of good things. I get scared of good things. I keep wanting to say tired. I keep getting scared of good things because I'm used to something negative always following. You know what I mean? And then when those negatives follow, what I'm doing is that instead of really paying attention to all the good that's come out of it, I'm enjoying that good way too much that the negative probably isn't even that much of an issue, but I'm taking it as that much of an issue because it's like, what the fuck?
I was
You know?
told by a man that was wiser than myself one time, you gotta watch what you drag around in your shadow.
Mm. Yeah, who told you that?
That was from my dad.
It's from your dad. Mm. Did you were you close with him?
I was. He died when I was 17. So
That when you were
uh,
17?
yeah, we were. I was living with him when he died, but it wasn't always like that. We weren't always close like that. So it was cool. Like finally we get to spend time together. And
That's how it was with me and my dad. Except except my dad, he was he was it was more like best friends, right? More than father and son with me and my father. Like he would just show up whenever the fuck he wanted. You know what I mean? But I will tell you, when I had him at his sober points, I got to learn so much about that man and how smart he really was. He was really good in history. Like when I became a certain age, what I mean? Like my parents, knowing the man that he was, and when I say parents, I mean my mother and my stepfather, Jeff, um, they wouldn't, not necessarily like, they'd protect me from him. You know what I mean? And when I became of age, I basically lived with my father. Like I would be like, fuck this, I'm old enough now. I'm gonna go stay with dad when I want, as long as I want, and all this stuff. You know, and in the end, dude, it just like caused a bunch of trauma. And then next thing like we went some time without seeing each other because last time we seen each other, we were I was living in Florida with him. I moved back to Massachusetts. He followed me, I don't know, 3 months later or some shit like that. I get a call from him one particular night, and then 9 hours later, I find I get a call from the cops stating that they found my father's body and that he had passed.
man,
Yeah, and so my question to you is, losing your father at 17, right? No matter what the relationship was, if he was here, if you could ask him one thing today, what would it be?
I would have to think about that pretty hard because man, one question. I don't even know. I just probably
You,
have
you,
so
you
many
know, if
questions.
if you have so many, then lay them all out. I was just asking for one.
Mm, I'd want to know where he got that BS he told me, where there is more good people in this world than bad people, because I don't know. That's conflicting. I feel like there's a study that says something about 18% is
Yeah.
like you get 18% of the 18% of the 18%, and I don't know. I don't know where he got that from, but I would want to know where he heard that
Okay.
because
Fair enough.
sometimes it proves true, and sometimes I wonder.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, yeah, but I don't know. I would want to hear more what he would have to say than have questions for him.
So, with that being said, okay, um, because we went over the hour mark, we do need to take a break. This is what I mean. I don't like taking breaks, and we got to take a fucking break. But hey, listen, when we go do what you guys got to do. I'm gonna cut the break a little shorter. We're gonna only take a 3 minute break. Okay, take a 3 minute break. We're gonna come back here, and I really want to share something with everybody in the chat and with you as well, Jesse. Um, it's a little personal secret I feel like I want to share with everybody. So, guys, don't go nowhere. All right, do what you got to do real quick, and then please come right back. All right, after these messages.
No matter what you are, I will always be with you. Doesn't matter what you do, girl. Ooh, girl, want you. No matter where you go, I will always be around. Won't you tell me what you found, girl? Ooh, girl, want you. Knock down the old gray wall, be a part of it all. Nothing to say, nothing to see, nothing to do. If you would give me all, 'cause I would give it to you, nothing would be, nothing would be, nothing would be. No matter where you go, there will always be a place. Can't you see it in my face, girl? Ooh, girl, want you. Knock down the old gray wall, be a part of it all. Nothing to say, nothing to see, nothing to do. If you would give me all, 'cause I would give it to you, nothing would be, nothing would be, nothing would be. No matter what you are, I will always be with you. Doesn't matter what you do, girl. Ooh, girl, want you. Ooh, girl, you, girl, want you. Ooh, girl, you, girl, want you.
Welcome back, everybody, to Unboxed Thoughts Season 3, Episode 18. I'm your boy, Nick Parsons. Glad to see everybody here. Thank you for joining. Guys, we're having a hell of a show tonight. We are having a hell of a show tonight. I am enjoying it. I am having a lot of fun. Um, I hope everybody here in the chat is also having a lot of fun. Um, I really admire and respect and thankful for everybody's input into tonight's show. Um, it means a lot to me. As you guys know, it always means a lot to me. It really does. But this type of particular show, to have this type of particular guest with us here tonight, it just means that much more. So thank you guys. And this show is like dedicated to all you guys. You know, um, I don't know if anybody here has met their idol before, or if anybody's met, somebody that they really admired, looked up to, etc., etc. This is kind of like what it is for me. It's kind of like one of those things, and I feel I'm humbled a little bit more in this situation, just due to the fact that not only do I have him here as a guest, but I've actually gotten to know this particular individual more than just on a social media standpoint. And it's a big deal for me, you know. So it's not only just how much I love and admire him. It's not so much just how thankful I am for him just being here with me tonight. It goes further and deeper than that. And I'm glad I'm able to share this experience with everybody. And I'm glad you guys are sharing this experience with me as well. But without further ado, let's fucking bring him out. Unknown,
Good to see you again.
good to see you again, my guy. We doing good? We rocking it?
Oh
You
yeah.
tight? You comfy?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you having fun?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
Very cool.
good man. Um, yeah, dude. So I cannot begin to tell you like how fun this has been so far. Like this has been a really great experience. And it's crazy, Jesse, because like we've talked before, like on a bunch of different things on like what we could talk about, what we would talk about. And I'm sitting here looking at the clock, right? Knowing like it's an hour and a half show, and we're already sitting here at an hour and 13 minutes. And I'm like, bro, why do I feel like we can go like another fucking hour, another two? You know what I mean? Because it's like sitting here thinking, it's like there really is like more than even what I thought of. So thank you, bro. Thank you a lot. Um, I also want to thank you, like, legitly from everything from the beginning to now.
It's been a hell of
Um,
a ride, man.
it
What can I say?
really has, dude. And when I think about, like, I think of so many that have come and gone over the last year, right? And I am thankful for all of it. I am appreciative for all of it, for everybody that's been there for me personally and went through these situations with me. But in your case, Jesse, I gotta tell you, it freaks me the fuck out, bro. Because I don't know if I ever told you this, but you're a blonde haired, blue eyed guy. I don't know if you knew that, right? Uh, you might want to check that, but you're a blonde haired, blue eyed guy. And, bro, my father was a blonde haired, blue eyed guy. And when I was younger, his hair was long. And I remember he would always come into like my grandmother's house, you know what I mean, or like wherever he'd see, and he'd have the hair going back, putting he's like, yo, I'd be looking like James Hetfield from Metallica or something. Hey, Snicks, fucking some shit like that. You know what I mean? And bro, like it's fucking weird, but it's almost like having a form of my father on the side of me. It's fucking weird because it seems like that much easier. And we don't, we both got busy fucking schedules. Like we see each other a lot, but it's like we don't like when we do talk and have those one-on-one conversations, like it's nice. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's good when it's not just a 10 or 15-minute clip like how was your day, what happened.
I in a weird, fucked up way. It's almost if I'm having a like a my father look-alike, through with me through all this, and it makes it that much more easier for me to deal with these things a little bit more. Does that if that makes any sense at all?
I feel like everyone we run into, there's a connection that's important, whether it's you know someone who's not here anymore, just left the group, whatever. Um, every one of them has an importance. Some
Like,
more than others, some definitely more than others, but
like,
they all have a very special place to me. And everyone I love every time we get into situations like the other day in Rascal's live when he goes, his co-host is disabled and he's just chilling. He's like, "Oh, whatever, we'll," and everybody in the chat so respectful. Nobody
yeah.
had any kind of weird things going on that they had to say, their insecurities, whatever. Everyone is so cool.
So
I love all our people.
the best bunch ever. They can't be replaced. And you know, now this isn't to embarrass you or any way, shape, or form, but I just want to share with everybody that if you had heard the story, and if you hadn't, you'll hear it now. When I first came in crossings with Unknown, I thought it was a Japanese lesbian. I started it. Okay, it was me.
You did start that.
That was me. I'm so fucking sorry. Okay, it was a picture of a green Acura. I didn't know any better, dude. Okay, sorry. All right, it was it was me. All right. Needless to say, all right, just to cut the story a little shorter, I ended up finding, that it is a guy and whatnot. But for a while, when he was building up his 1,000 followers on TikTok, he would tell me all the time, Snicks, first time I go live, I want to go live with you. Just for that being like a gift to me in itself, for you saying that, you, Dark Wolf, uh, Ian, but anybody that shared a box with me, all right, it means something. And each and every one of you individually brings another something to that feeling to me personally, which makes me enjoy it that much more. And with you, bro, when you ever, I thought you were just gonna hop in the box. That's what I just thought. That's it. He's just gonna hop in a box and he's gonna be unknown. When he ever turned his fucking camera on, guys, and I seen the fucking long hair with the blue eyes, I said, "This is probably the most greatest, most fucked up thing that I am experiencing right now." But I don't know if I ever shared that. But that's what was going through my head. There's an unboxed thought for you. All right, that's what this show is about. Those unboxed thoughts. You know, and from that, and just for you showing me the appreciation, you show me the fucking support, and being by my side through fucking so much already. That wild ride that you were talking about that you had mentioned before. I just want to say right now, thank you, Jesse, for everything.
Thank you for just the exact same thing on the other side of the mirror.
Thank you for you know being that guidance. Thank you for not leaving. Thank you for sticking around. You know, because uh, you know, out of the few since the beginning, you do, man. You mean a lot to me, and it goes beyond just an app at this point. You as a person, I admire you as an individual. Everything you do, what you stand for, as a father, as a person.
I appreciate that.
Thank you for everything. And let's light this chat up, everybody. We got a few minutes. Light this fucking chat up. Give Jesse a fucking round of applause. questions, concerns, comments. I really hope everybody enjoyed the show tonight. I absolutely admired it. I loved it. Unknown, thank you so much for being here, dude.
My pleasure, man. It's
Thank,
been fun.
thank you for everything that you do. Um, and I just have one special request. Going
All right. That
moving
sounds a
into the
little
moving
daunting.
into the future
Hmm.
because I feel right. Uh, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. I wouldn't feel right without not saying this. In your near future endeavors, I need you to do something for me.
Okay.
I need you to go to Washington.
That's definitely on the list.
It's definitely on the list. So, can you commit to that for me?
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's an easy one. That's a given. Like the other stuff, Vegas, that's all. That's not even in the planning stages yet, but it's
You
on the
know what?
list.
As I told you, it goes beyond an app. In any way, shape, or form, you need me, you call me. If there's anything I can do to fucking help you, because I could probably never have enough time to explain to you on how much you'd help me.
That goes both ways, man. It's likewise. Any of the major people in this group, I would give the shirt off my back to. I think
But I'm
because
gonna end this.
they've all been there.
Yeah, I'm gonna end this with a I love you, my guy, and thank you for everything that you've ever done for me. And I can't wait to see what the future, brings for you and all the good things that are about to come your way. And any of my experiences that I may be going on down the road, you know, I couldn't ask for almost anybody better. There's a small handful of you guys now, and you guys are the best. So thank you. Thank you to everybody in the chat. Thank you for fucking watching. This was so much fun. Unknown, I would love to have you here again in the future. And we could talk about your ridiculous obsessions with Volkswagens or something.
Okay, yeah, we can.
Yeah,
I got more topics for sure.
that's awesome. Fallon, good to see you, sweetheart. Thank you for joining. I
It's
miss you.
great to see everybody in the chat. It's
It is this.
appreciate everybody.
This was amazing. This was absolutely amazing. Well, we said it, guys. We're gonna come back here and we're gonna do this again for you guys. I don't know when. That's gonna be the best part of it. But Riot, fucking thank you again, dude, for everything that you had done for the show. We love the edit. We're gonna play that one more time, guys. So stick around for that, please. We're gonna play the mo- the video for Jesse one more time, and then that'll be the end of it. Good night, guys. Love you guys. Appreciate yous. See you next week. Jesse, thanks again, buddy.